Okay. And in general, you can see that there's a few exceptions here just because we're getting ready to travel. But in general, I keep any time after my self-care block, I keep that to myself at generally about noon every day. That's what I like to do. I keep my stuff open until noon so that way I can focus on the things that I want to focus on. That's just for my business. It's working on my business. And then I have a lunch break or I've got empty space. And then I have a Calendly set up that opens me up to the rest of the day in the afternoons. And that is when I can do all of my office hours. So I have 3 types of hours. I've got self-care hours, I've got focus hours, and then I've got office hours. And in the office hours, you can still work on your focus hours and do stuff that's on your focus that would help you and your business. But the important thing is to know that there's 3 blocks of time and they have different priorities for you. Obviously, your number 1 block needs to be self-care. You and your family, that's really important. And I know that a lot of people may be working to live, but you got to take care of yourself if you're going to be able to focus and then work really hard for other people. So number 1 priority is working on the self-care. Number 2 priority is the focus part. This is when you are intentionally working on creating. You're looking to set goals for your business, right? Or maybe you're just accomplishing tasks that only you can do in your business. And so that's what I like to do. So for my focus hour, you can see it's not really called out here in my calendar. But if you wanted to, you could very easily set something up that says focus time. And if you wanted to, you could just go in here and make it repeat so that you're doing this every single weekday or even every single Saturday as well. And then have it never end. And then you can have this be from 8:30 to 12:30. And then now you're protecting your time here. But what I wanted to implore to all of you guys is that what doesn't work is taking a task or something that you need to do and dropping it down as a time block on here. Because what's going to happen is over time, you're going to have a whole bunch of these time blocks, like for a task that's just going to keep moving out and out, right? Or you're going to miss it. You're going to be on vacation or you're going to be sick and you're going to blow past that, right? And you're not even going to see it and you're just going to forget about it. So what I recommend for all of the tasks that you need to do in your business, I recommend using a program like Asana. You don't have to use Asana, but I highly recommend it. And you can see here, this is what my Asana thing looks like. I like this because I'm basically able to take all of this and I can take any task that I have in my inbox and I can use that to essentially assign over to my virtual assistant. So again, you got this over here where you've got your focus time, your self-care time, and then you have office hours. And that's the third thing I want to talk about was office hours. Inside of office hours, right? This is the time that you set apart for you to have all of your meetings throughout the day. So that's why, like for me, I like to have my focus time in the morning because my brain is freshest in the morning. If you are freshest in the evening, then maybe you have your self-care in the morning and maybe a self-care break in the afternoon. And then you have your office hours in the morning or your office hours in the early afternoon. And then you set aside your focus time for you to do your best when you're most clear and open and available and ready mentally to be able to tackle your tasks. So you can have multiple focus times, but the idea is to block that out so that nothing can penetrate that as much as possible, right? You want to have something that's repeatable and scalable and something that you can really stick to over time. Okay. So I hope that helps.